variables and thinking about the different categories of variables. So the next step, which I think, it kind of starts to overlap, because then you start needing to kind of arrange your variables in a way that makes sense. And this is about then starting to build your network. So in a lot of the guidance documents, they often talk about starting from the bottom and kind of working backwards. So you identify your indicator or your objective variables. So these are the things that you will measure whether your interventions have been successful or not. So they're the kinds of ones at the bottom of your network. And then you put in your action or your intervention variables. So these are the things that you're going to change to see what impact they have on your system. And then you link them together by filling in the kind of intermediate variables, those ones that represent the process from your cause to your effect. Okay? So you kind of start with the kind of impact ones, put in the ones that relate to the interventions that you're going to vary, and then start linking them together by those intervention ones. So I've talked about the case in Denmark where those impact variables were groundwater quality, but also biodiversity and fishing and hunting and so on. Those were their kind of indicator variables. Their impact variable, this action or intervention, was changing in a subsidy. So they had different numbers for those subsidies. And then they looked at the kind of intermediate steps, which are, if you change a subsidy, it changes the amount